So I just did my pre-trip and stuff, ready to head out. Said goodbye to my lovable wife. Just got to my first pickup location. And then heading out to Georgia.
After
Heading out to Georgia, Papa.
Reach your destination.
That was great. Now I got my door number here. Picking up that Plastic Express door number 54. I was talking to some dude right now. He was talking about how he only drives automatics. He doesn't like driving a stick because of the traffic or whatever. Driving gets your leg tired. People do that, you know, like people are mad stupid to do that because then they'll get hit and start crying. So that was funny. Just now when I was getting out of the freaking out of the receiver here. Freaking the guard told me to pull up by the gate and just wait there, and then to come to the back so he could freaking seal it up or whatever. He had to take pictures and stuff. So I go back there to freaking do that or whatever, and when I get back in the truck, there was a tankers driver behind me coming out of the same spot I was in, and he was like, "Hey, are you gonna go or what?" Through the CB, so that I came back and I was like, I don't know, man. To be honest, I'm still thinking about it. He got upset. That freaking loser. I turned this thing into a Tesla with gigantic freaking 12.4-inch tablet. Pretty dope. I guess my GPS pretty good here. Carrying 44,000 pounds worth of plastic right now. Gonna get here, drop off tomorrow morning, then pick up another load and head back home. So you guys want to hear a cool story about a man named John? So anyways, today is January 5th. I got down to Georgia, when was it? January 3rd. Basically I got here on Tuesday at like 1 in the morning. When I went in to go check in to the freaking receiver, they were saying how they only take 4 trucks per day, and I was the 5th truck. Then like 1,000 other trucks with the same load that I'm carrying right now pulled up to the same location, and they told them the same thing. So my dispatcher told me that apparently they got overwhelmed with trucks, so now they're trying to do appointments. So I've been on like layover pay ever since the 3rd. Well, today basically being the first 24 hours that I wait. I'm gonna go over there still because they told me that at 7 a.m. is like the first 4 people that get to the check-in desk by 7 a.m. Those are the ones that are gonna get offloaded. You see, when things like this happens, you can't really get upset because at the end of the day, God is the one that is in control of everything, you know? Who knows if I would have got offloaded yesterday and then, you know, something would have happened. Got into an accident with a 4-wheeler or something like that. You never know. You can't get upset for like things like that, you know? I'm at peace with like whatever happens, you know? If they were telling me that I might have to wait until Thursday to get offloaded. And if I do, then let it be, you know? Like, that's not a big problem. But then again, God is in control of everything. So if I do get offloaded today, then so be it. You know, I get to offload, pick up the new load, and go home to my family. If not, then I'm still happy with that decision because, Because at the end of the day, God is just doing His will in my life, you know. All right, so my prayer this morning was for God to do His will in my life. You know, that if I were to get loaded or not, either or, let it be His will and not mine. You know, let it be because of Him, not because of my human error or whatever. So the answer was still no. See, I got here first. I was the first one at the door, first one to the check-in. Yesterday was the first to fourth driver to get here to check in. That's who they were gonna offload. So I woke up early, got here early, whatever, but my answer was still no. But yeah, anyways, let's get the heck out of here. I'm just waiting for this guy to finish parking so I can have enough room to get out.
After 600 feet, turn left and then immediately turn right. Now turn right. After a quarter of a mile, turn right onto Oakley Industrial Boulevard.
Good thing I got this tablet. So right now I'm using the Trucker Path app. So for it to work or whatever, I pay like this membership thing that is like $9 a month. So I was considering, right, when I was looking at GPSs, of getting just the Garmin, calling it a day. But then the Garmin costs somewhere around the same much I'll pay for this tablet. I paid, freaking T-Mobile had a special on it, so it was like freaking, what was it? I paid half of the tablet price and $20 a month for the service, like for full 5G service or whatever. And as long as I have the tablet in service for 24 months, then I'm good. You know, they cover it. T-Mobile will pay the other half. So I was thinking, I was like, okay, should I get the GPS or should I get this? So now, and the GPS, you know, it never loses service. You know, you're good on that portion of it, right? But that's about it. You know, it tells you where you got to go, and that's about it. But this Trucker Path app shows you where your way stations are at, where your freaking, you know, pilots, your loves, your TAs, all that, all those good gas stations and truck services areas or whatever, shows you where all that is at. It also shows you if the weigh stations are open or closed. You know how much spots, a predicted amount of spots for the truck, like how many parking spaces are available in the truck stops, because this app is basically ran just by truck drivers. I obviously have no sponsorship with Trucker Path, but just putting it out there, you know, it's good to share information. It's not bad. So in total, I'm paying $3,000 a month for service on the freaking tablet and to use the Trucker Path app. And the Trucker Path app has like offline maps. So if I were to lose service, I still would know where I'm going, because you're able to download like the entirety of United States map or whatever, you know, country you're in, and it'll still have everything saved, you know. So if you're like, if I put myself on airplane mode right now and turn off service completely, it'll still be telling me, okay, get out in this exit, you know, turn right, whatever, over here, you know, it'll still be giving me my directions like it should. And then on top of that, I could use it for freaking movies and stuff, so that's pretty lit. Once I get to this truck stop, I'm gonna park up. I'm probably gonna make a pre-trip video, because I had a friend asking me, what did the schools, you know, what do they want to hear you say? At least for my school, you know, I went to Troops Transportation. It's owned by the CDL school, actually. So only certain things are different. Like I heard that some schools want you to say things differently. And also for the low air warning indicator. For me, I took my test in Florida, so the low air warning indicator should pop up, should appear both visual and audio before 55 psi. So in other states, you know, depending on the state, it is before 60 psi. So that's like the one difference. What they wanted to hear was probably mounted and secured, not bent, broken, cracked, or damaged. And if it has, like, if it's rubber and it's carrying fluid or air, then it has no abrasion, bulges, cuts, or dry rot, and it's not leaking. And then if it has fluid, you know, filled to the proper level, little things like that. I'm telling you, the first day of school, when we went through the pre-trip with my instructor, bro, he went through that pre-trip super fast, man. He was going through it, knocking things down mad quick. And I was just like, I understand, yep. But in my head, I was completely lost. And then, you know, we had like these cheat sheets to like learn the whole entire thing. I'm like, damn, you know, there's a lot of freaking information. How the heck would I learn this in 2 weeks, you know? Like after that pre-trip day, not even day, that pre-trip 30 minutes, right away we started driving, doing 100-foot backing. You know, that was fun and everything, but I was like, man, this pre-trip thing, you know, it could make you or break you before you even start your road test. With my luck, for my inspection, I had to do the whole entire truck. But I used to practice a lot, you know, like there was a bunch of trucks at my school, and sometimes, you know, in the afternoon, nobody would be driving, so I would practice my alley docking, you know, I'll practice all my maneuvers, my parking maneuvers, and then I'll learn my in-cab, redo my in-cab like multiple times when I mess up, or, you know, all the pre-trip stuff, I'll learn it beforehand. And then I'll ask my friends, you know, to like test me on it, to see how I do. What I did, you know, I'll build everything up like a sandwich. Like, I mean, if you want to put it that's how I put it, you know, like basically either start from top to bottom, everything I see, start knocking things out of the list. You can say things in whatever order you want, and all they want to do is hear you say it. You know, so you can start however you want to start, But as long as you say what they want to hear, what the tester wants to hear, then you're good. You know, they'll mark you, they'll give you credit for it. What will fail you though is in your in cab, don't do your leak test correctly and don't say the things that you're supposed to say. That would fail you. Everything else is just points. You start off with a certain amount of points and then, you know, they'll just be knocking things off if, you know, depending on how much points you lose. But, and then for the driving portion, as long as you don't change gears through any like railroad tracks or simulated railroad tracks, then you're good. And if you don't hit no curbs or hit anything as well, you know.
After a quarter of a mile, turn left towards US 27 miles south, US 29 south, Moreland.
It's funny because to clutchless shift, downshifting, the truck won't want to go out of gear unless you give it a little bit of gas.
Now turn left.
So I like double heel and toe. I just do a little rev to pop it out of the gear, and then another rev to freaking
After a quarter of a mile,
put it
turn
into
right.
gear. Left turn into left lane.
Right. Now turn right and then you will reach your destination. You have reached your destination. The destination is on your left.